Well, hello and welcome back to our Team Lotus F1 Manager series as you join us here in the summer break. And we have just under 4 weeks to go until we get back out on track in the Netherlands for the GP in Zandvoort. And that's coming off the back of Hungary, where we have been sort of challenging for the last few races. We're probably the 7th and 8th car on the grid. So we've got McLaren, RB and Red Bull all quicker than us. And 7th and 8th is probably the best we could hope for in terms of if everyone's on raw pace. But we have been capitalising on a few mistakes of cars or some issues, crash outs and mechanical issues. So again, that did allow us in Hungary to finish 4th and 5th. So a pretty good result actually compared to where the car should be on merit. But what we're hoping to do in this summer break, get plenty of designs on the car, hopefully challenge again for those podiums and hopefully win. So as you can see in the standings, constructors, we've still got a healthy lead of 130 points on Red Bull, a little bit more on RB and McLaren. And Sainz crashed out right at the end in Hungary. If not, they would have gained on us, Red Bull, but they actually lost out. RB do gain 18 points on us. So still a pretty good lead there. Drivers' Championship, they are very much coming at Ricciardo now. So we saw a couple of races ago, Alonso's gone down to 3rd. And Max Verstappen is only 13 points off Alonso now. But Yuki Tsunoda now in 2nd place. And he is only 32 points off the lead. So we've got to hope that we can, as I say, outperform these. If not, in a couple of races' time, they're going to overtake us. So plenty of designs for us to do in this one. Also in this episode, it's the next round of AI updates. So we said we'd do 4 and the next one is Zandvoort. So although we'll be doing designs, we are going to help the AI along their way. So we've got to hope we're not going to fall too far back. But as always, if you're dropping in for the first time and you like your F1 Manager content, you're enjoying this episode, please do subscribe to the channel. If you're not already and you're returning, again, please do subscribe. If you like the video, please do press that like button. Really does help me out. Super appreciated, and get involved down below in the comments. But let's jump in then, get these designs underway and see what we can do in this summer break. So we've got full set of designs underway at the moment. The next 2 will be the chassis and suspension in 2 weeks. So we'll probably be forwarding on until we get those. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be a delay to our front wing design unless we pay some overtime. 150, I think we can afford that, to be honest with you, so let's go with that. We need to get these designs done. Oh, look at this. Daniel Ricciardo's had a contract offer, so we're not sure we're going to continue this series into 2027. We're certainly going to start a new series. Whether I keep this one going in the background and showcase the odd episode, I may well do that. But we did say we weren't going to retain Alonso or Ricciardo. It was just going to be a 1-year deal. But it looks like Aston Martin are interested in Ricciardo. So Aston Martin have offered Ricciardo a 1-year deal for 2027, so we'll see if he ends up going there. That's interesting. We just had that news of Ricciardo speaking to Aston Martin, but actually he's just signed a contract with Audi. He's going to drive for Audi in 2027, so Ricciardo will remain on the grid in 2027. He won't be with Team Lotus though. Okay, we've just had 2 designs finished, so let's get another 2 designs underway. I want to go for another underfloor. Got no CFD or wind tunnel time though, so not ideal. Where are we lacking on high speed at the moment? No, medium speed now. So medium speed is where we need to improve. Let's go with that. 1 engineer, normal, $1 million. I think I'll leave that now until we get some more CFD and wind tunnel time, as our suspension is done as well. So we'll get those manufactured on the car. Okay, we have Zandvoort today, but what we're going to do first is jump into the database editor and we'll have a look at the before and after. So we're going to do the next round of AI updates. So we'll do the random draw generator, see what teams are going to get what upgrade, and then we'll showcase what those upgrades look like. And then we'll go back into game and we'll have a look at the car analysis before starting practice in Zandvoort. Okay, so what we can see on screen is before we applied the latest round of AI updates. And actually, we were showing as 3rd. So those post-summer break upgrades that we've done, really working well. Got us very close to McLaren and right on the tails of Red Bull. So very good work for us there. McLaren leading the way. It's been either them or Red Bull across the last few races. So very close between them, and Ferrari not far away. There's only 2% actually between McLaren down to Aston Martin in 6th. But Aston, I'd imagine their cornering isn't too great. So although they show us 6th, they don't really have a challenge for the points. But this is what we had before. We went and done the upgrades. And actually, a lot of this on the random draw generator this time. There wasn't any major upgrades. Those that benefited the most, which we'll see from the aftershot here, is Ferrari. So you can see they have actually leapfrogged us. So they were 4th and they've now gone into 3rd. So we moved down to 4th. RB remain 5th and Aston Martin stay 6th. So the only change in that top 6 is Ferrari jumping us, Team Lotus. And Ferrari haven't really gained on McLaren. They got a standard upgrade and so did McLaren. It's just a case of obviously we don't apply any upgrades to ourselves in the database editor. So the gap of what was about a percentage and a half between Ferrari and McLaren remain. But they've just gained on us. So the only change then, top 6, Ferrari jumping us. So we're now 4th in the pecking order. The other change, Mercedes were 8th previously. They've now jumped Haas into 7th. And then the big change was what was Sauber on the database editor. I've actually upgraded the name, as you can see, with the before and after. But they were dead last. They got a mega upgrade. And they have moved from 11th, leapfrogging Alpine and Williams, and they are now 9th. So a very good upgrade for Audi. They've not scored any points yet this year, so perhaps that's going to help them maybe grab a sneaky point or two. But as we head in then to this final third of the season, we are going to do one more round of upgrades. I think we said Vegas, around about Vegas time, where we get that sort of autumn/winter break these days. So we'll do another round there. As it stands at the moment, it's very close between McLaren all the way down to Mercedes really now. It's just 5%. So I think it's going to get very tight this last part of the season. But let's jump back in game. We'll get into the racetrack and we'll see how all of these upgrades unfold out on track. Okay, back in game and looking at the car analysis after we've completed that round of upgrades for the AI, it is looking very good for us in Zandvoort with our new upgrades now on the car. We are currently showing a 2nd for Zandvoort. Looks like high speed, medium speed is working for us because when we look at Italy, Monza, and then Singapore, we do slip down to 5th and 7th. Azerbaijan, sorry, missed there. Baku, so 7th there, 7th in Singapore. 1st when we get to Kota, 2nd Mexico. And as you can see, so Zandvoort looks good. But then looks like we're going to dip down a bit. So we'll see. It doesn't always, not always an indication where we're going to perform. But it does look like we have made some improvements. So a good chance to fight, hopefully for the podium or even the race win here. But let's jump in and set these race targets. Still saying 13 for high. I don't know if this is bugged out because we just seem way too low. But we'll take it. 13 for high with Danny Rick. 9 for high with Fernando Alonso. Let's jump in to practice. I believe this may be a sprint weekend. Let's find out. Okay, no, it's not a sprint weekend. I'm pretty sure Monza is next time out, though. So this one is a standard weekend. So let's jump into practice. We'll see if we can get these setups where we need them to be. Practice completed here in Zandvoort, and we have smashed the setup satisfaction 100% with both. Car parts knowledge, only 91%. Obviously, we've got some new parts on the car. And track acclimatization, not quite 100%. It was wet and dry all the way through most of those sessions. So it was wet, then inters, then dries, then onto inters. So it allowed us to, well, it didn't allow us to get good track time. We had to keep coming in, and that was disrupting that track acclimatization. So that's a little bit down. But say the main one, setup satisfaction 100% as we head into qualifying. Okay, Q1 then here in Zandvoort. It's going to be wet. It's going to dip a bit, but it's going to mainly be wet all the way. So I think we're just going to get straight out here. Okay, both drivers done their first run. Alonso's gone very quick. Ricciardo about 4 tenths off. Let's see how we go. Okay, approaching checkered flag here. We've not gone quicker. We did go back out. Ricciardo, though, I think is going to survive here. He is indeed. So we are safely through to Q2. Right, Q2 then. Let's have a look. All right, this is the driest it's going to be. So we need these out straight away here. Yeah, so it should get wetter. Everyone's gone out on inters, so this is the best time to set a lap. I'm going to get our lap times in here. Alonso 1:12.3, Ricciardo 400s between them, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. And I think now it's just going to be wet for the rest of the session, wetter, so we should be safely free with that. So a minute to go as Leclerc locks up, but I don't think anyone's going to go quicker here. It's a lot wetter now. And no, we're not going to be challenged there, so we are safely through. Looks like a few surprises there. With Russell not necessarily the Mercedes struggle, but again, Lewis Hamilton out in Q2 and Hulkenberg in the RB. And he's got a penalty, so not good for RB. But we are safely through to Q3. And we're looking like we've got some pace again in the car around here. did look like it was going to be a track that suits us. Let's see if we can put it on pole here in Q3. Right, it's going to be wet and then dry out a little bit. So I think we'll stay in the garage for now. See if it switches over to inters or not. Okay, our one and only runs then in Q3. We are on the inters, so is everyone else now. So let's see what we do. We've not set a time yet, so we will go at least green through these sectors. It's currently Verstappen on provisional pole by nearly, well, 3/4 of a second. And Leclerc goes quicker. So we're expecting some quicker times now as we've got a yellow flag and Sainz is out. And that is a red flag. And we won't get enough time to go out. And that is a consequence from us for not setting a banker lap. It means we'll start 9th and 10th. Oh, Carlos Sainz has binned it. I normally put a banker lap in, but I just thought with the weather, there's no point. We'll get out on the inters, and it's cost us dearly there. Leclerc is on pole. Max Verstappen second. Piastri third. Lando Norris fourth. Sainz qualifies fifth, but crashes out, causing a red flag. And whilst we're on our flying laps, it means we abandon those laps. There's not enough time to restart the session. So, yeah, we're going to start 9th and 10th. It's Bottas in 6th. Sonoda 7th. K-Mag flying high in the Aston in 8th. And I say Danny Rick 9th and Alonso 10th. So work for us to do. It was looking good round here. I was confident that we might be challenging for pole. We're going to have to come from the back of, well, from the middle of the grid, 9th and 10th, back end of the points to try and challenge for the podium and win. Let's look at the strategy before starting this one then in Zandvoort. Okay, strategy set for this one. We're going two-stopper for both. We're using the same compounds for both, but we are switching up a little bit. Danny Rick's going to start on the soft tyres, and then he's going to switch to mediums, and he's going to finish on the softs. Fernando Alonso is going to start on the mediums, go to the softs, then finish on the softs. The reason I wanted to do that is because I wanted to have different pit stop timings. They're starting 9th and 10th. They may well be very close to each other. I don't want to see an instance where we need to double stack and lose time or keep one out and they're losing time because the tyres have had it. So Danny Rick will stop around about lap 24, his first stint, and Alonso lap 29. So works out well, showing the timings is good as well. So yeah, 9th for Ricciardo, 10th for Alonso. Let's crack on and start this Dutch Grand Prix. So I think we had the pace for pole, but we didn't set a lap. So let's see how we go. Lights are out very quickly. Leclerc gets us underway. As we'll jump on board with Ricciardo, who's making his way past K-Mag, who's flying high in the top 10 here today. And Ricciardo is past K-Mag, he is indeed. So Ricciardo moves up one position to 8th. Alonso remains in 10th. Let us just see what's tyres. So the top 8 on softs, no hard runners. Softs, mediums, softs, mediums, softs. The top 8 on softs. So Alonso, although he's not in the top 8, he's the only one who hopefully will be in that top 8, not on the softs here. Bobstart, good luck. Wacky Jake, let's go, buddy. It's Fernando trying to make a move here on K-Mag. Both on the mediums, so this will be key to get past, and he does. Fernando is past K-Mag, moves into P9, so both our drivers making one move early on here. Alonso is just out of DRS, I think, as Ricciardo is going to move past Carlos Sainz on the inside. So Ricciardo moving up to P7, and Alonso is going to rejoin this battle.
Alrighty. Nice.
So let's take a look at the replay. Now
so here we have Ricciardo. Sainz left the door just enough open, and Ricciardo takes that very nicely indeed. Into P7 then. And tyres, yeah, we've got to manage those tyres a little bit. Lap 24 for Ricciardo, lap 29 are the first stops. Right, this should be job done. Surely Ricciardo is right on the gearbox already. DRS is open. Ricciardo alongside Leclerc, who's dropped 4 seconds. Leclerc, oh my god, and we're alongside Sainz on the outside. But Albon, oh, well, that's poor Fernando.
I don't have that pace.
Fernando. Not great from Fernando. He was trying to get an over. I don't know if we'll get it in this replay or if we'll get one for Fernando. It's behind us here. Ricciardo, this was quite easy in the end. Alonso again getting that slipstream off his teammate. And then he was kind of caught in the sandwich, but yeah, I don't know. He just kind of got bogged down there on traction.
Nice.
And instead of gaining a position on Sainz, he loses out. to Albon there. As Alonso should get back past Albon because Albon's dropped 2 seconds now to Sainz and he is through. Has Ricciardo got any pace he can use? Not really at the minute. Let's have a look at this. What happened here then? No, it's just here using the battery. Yeah, just superior speed in the end then.
Let's go.
Right, so Alonso moves up to P8 then. Ricciardo P6. Right, this time Alonso on Leclerc, and Leclerc's dropped out of the DRS to Daniel Ricciardo, so Alonso's got a great chance to get past him here. Pushing a bit with Alonso at the moment. And here comes Fernando on the outside. Should have this move done, although Leclerc's staying in there, but I think we're going to get that done, and we do. So Alonso moves up to P7.
Let's go, guys.
That was very good.
So P6 and P7 then for us. And let's just see if Alonso can break that DRS. So we should have Piastri in at the end of this lap. Is Piastri going to pit here? Yes, he is. Piastri the first in then from the top 10. And probably expecting his teammate Norris in probably at the end of this lap. And most of the others not far away. So they've gone really early. They must be, unless they're going longer middle stint. But they may well be 3-stopping, unless we're going to see some hard tyres come on. Yeah, Bottas is just trying to get those tyres to the end of this stint, and he will be in at the end of this lap. I think, as I say, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Bottas will all box. But Bottas is really holding us up here. Ricciardo can't get it done there. He's being held up. And as I say, he'll be released across this next DRS zone because I think Bottas will be jumping into the pits. But we lost quite a bit of time there.
And Alonso has DRS.
Verstappen has stayed out, I think. Oh, Alonso. Hello. Ricciardo must have got held up there with Bottas cutting across to get into the pits. And Alonso has just swung past his teammate. But the big surprise there is Verstappen has stayed out. His tyres are at 29%. He's managed to get a 6-second lead, though. But Alonso has just said thank you very much, Danny Rick. Let's see if we can eat into this Verstappen time, though, across this lap. 6.5 still. And this is the exact reason I put them on an offset strategy, because one of them would have had to have boxed and they would have been this close and they would have lost time, either of them. So we wanted to avoid that.
Tires are good.
Understood.
Yeah, Verstappen not exactly losing time across it. Oh, he has now, though. He's just lost a lot of time during that sector. 5.5.
You focus on your race.
RB has in Racing Bull, or Verstappen RB. As in the Racing Bulls, yeah, Dark Phoenix. The Toro Rosso. The Toro Rosso. Right, Ricciardo, I think, will return the favour, although he's juking from the inside to the outside. Alonso parks it in the middle, and Ricciardo's going to go round the outside as Verstappen does pit. So that is for the lead. Ricciardo takes the lead, but of course we're going longer in this stint. As Leclerc is locked up. He's stopped as well. That's not ideal.
Here we go, heading into turn
Oh,
one.
dearie me, what's going on here? He's locked up, but he's managed not to take anyone with him.
Fails to respond.
Oh, nearly took the Aston, though. Right, Ricciardo then, first stop of the day. Let's hope for a clean stop. That is a clean stop. It's not one of our fastest. 2.4. We'll take it, though.
Reminder, throttle and pit exit.
So it looks like we're going to be back behind Leclerc here. What about Albon? Going to be close with Albon here. I think Albon might have us because he'll have... Yeah, he'll be past us there. Oh, that's fine.
So currently P10.
So Ricciardo comes out in P10, but he's got good tyre difference, and we may have a pit stop in hand here.
We have Perez behind us.
So let's just wait and see, because I think some of these are going to have to free stop, or they're going to be really struggling towards the end here. So it probably doesn't look great for us at the moment, but I still feel it'll come good in the end. I'll push with Alonso's fuel. He's got Yuki Tsunoda right behind him, but Yuki is already stopped. As I say, Yuki's already stopped and down to 66%, so... see the issue. So Yuki will get past Fernando. We're not really fighting him at this stage. Ricciardo needs to clear Albon. Then he's got 2 seconds to Leclerc. At least there's not too many DRS trains now after those first round of pit stops. Just trying to get these tyres in the window. We'll push on the fuel once we've cleared.
Okay, crack on.
This should be... there we go. Sonoda gets that done on Alonso as expected. Albon covering off the inside line. Ricciardo's going to try around the outside. Got the DRS. Can brake ladies. Got fresher tyres. Fresher rubber. And Ricciardo is past Albon then. Into P9.
Lift-off required.
What's the tyre saying? Yeah, so a few of these are going to have to stop again in the next 5 laps or so.
Hamilton should have DRS
Ricciardo
now.
trying to make the move now. Probably worthwhile doing it because Hamilton is getting very close. Ricciardo is through. But of course he is going to give DRS up now on the long straight. Although Leclerc's struggling for traction out there. I'd imagine Hamilton's going to get past his teammate.
Currently P8.
And Hamilton's probably going to be a little bit racy on us for a little while. But as I say, he's already down to 82% on those softs. So he is pushing hard on those.
Copy.
And here we go then. Fernando is into the pits. I'm thinking he's going to be out just behind, was it Perez we said? 2.4 as well. We're liking a 2.4 stop round here by the looks of it. A Leclerc pits as well for his second stop. Albon, as he was with Ricciardo, should be past us. And we said just behind Perez, didn't we? And that's where we're going to be. Perez will have the traction and speed to get past us there. And there we go. Excuse me, at least Alonso took my seat. There you go. I'm glad you're happy with that, Mick. Ricciardo is right on Piastri. I know we're looking at Alonso there, but oh, he's trying to get past the back marker. What is the back marker doing? Teo Pourchaire. Well, we were with Piastri, and Teo Pourchaire has just held us up by 2 seconds there. Now he decides to get out of the way. That should be a penalty, Teo. So Ricciardo's got to find a second and a half. Right, what I want to have a look. Alonso, is he going to get past Perez here? Looks at the outside. Now he's looking at the inside. Should get that done. Does get that done. I just want to look at tyres. So Russell 36% should be in soon. Ricciardo,
Tyres
yes,
have
yeah.
stabilised now.
So a lot of these are going to get out of our way shortly. Russell down to 36%. Is he jumping into the pits? No, but we should be straight past him. So then Alonso will have 4 seconds of clean air now. And there he goes. So Fernando can push on his merry way. It's Ricciardo is past Piastri. Piastri is trying to nurse those tyres through to his next pit stop. And Ricciardo is through. As Alonso has got Sonoda, who's just come out on the mediums, and he's right in between Alonso and Albon. So Sonoda now on a net pit stop with us. That's a bit more tricky for Alonso. Have we got the pace on that RB? He should get past Albon here. Albon is down to, well, still 50%, but he's got an issue as well. It's opening up the outside for us. And we've got lovely pace around there. We will take that. Banana, we've not got too much tyre life we can play with here, but well, let's try and push to see if we can break the DRS here to Sonoda. Piastri still hasn't stopped. Piastri, Sainz and Bottas should be in very shortly though, so Ricciardo should be promoted to P3 very shortly. And Sonoda's back past Alonso. Sonoda is a bit of the cork in the bottle here because, yeah, he's on a net stop of us now, so... Got to say, Ricciardo is probably looking a lot better than Fernando at this moment. And Ricciardo's going nearly a second quicker than Norris now. He's getting towards the end of his stint. Oh, no! Ricciardo!
Yeah, I go.
It's got...
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I need a pit. I need a pit. Oh, Ricciardo, what is going on? Oh, no, Ricciardo.
Box, 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 box.
Ricciardo was lapping a back marker.
I'll box this lap.
And he's collided with him. Oh, can you believe that? We've had to box him because it has major front wing damage.
On track.
Got another crash going on as well now. George Russell is all kicking off suddenly. Well, that's absolutely wrecked Ricciardo's race, I'd imagine. That was never on for Russell. That's got to be a penalty.
Come on!
Come on yourself, George. Come on. That's George's fault. Ricciardo. Well,
Focus on reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit.
another classic case of the AI not getting out of the way, and Ricciardo made contact. We didn't see the replay there, but we just about saw it on board, trying to lap a back marker, and they've collided. And Ricciardo can get these tyres to the end now, but it's going to be
11.
a hell of a slog from there.
Our next car ahead is Leclerc. 8 seconds, 8 seconds.
Just hasn't worked out for us at all.
Perez behind us.
How has Ocon got the penalty for that? How did Ocon just get the penalty for that with Russell? Come on. Hamilton will be in the pits soon. So Alonso due to stop lap 51. Ricciardo, we might try and stretch these tyres out to the end, or we might stop for another pair of... We'll need 2 pairs of softs. We need 4 soft tyres on the car, please. As Alonso is going to try and get Lewis Hamilton before they get to the pit straight. And I'd imagine Lewis might stay out for one more lap. He's either coming in this lap or he's going in next lap.
P3. Norris ahead of you. Gap 5.2. Hamilton is in this lap. Hamilton is in this lap. We do not require any fuel liftoff.
And there we go. Danny Rick
Let's push.
blitzing his way past Perez now. Back into the top 10. And Ricciardo is going to push now. Ricciardo is on his way. He's already cleared Perez. So I think that's the right decision. We've just been bogged down, switching positions, losing time. So let's try and absolutely wreck these tyres and go for an additional stop. And Ricciardo is already onto Hamilton's DRS here. Hamilton must be managing those softs maybe towards the end. Yeah, long away. Hamilton's now got an issue. One of those issues is a honey badger right behind him, who's now on the inside of him.
Okay, understood.
But Hamilton doesn't want to give it up easy, but Ricciardo is through. And he's going to push on, hopefully, and break that DRS. He's now got 2.4 to Hamilton's teammate Leclerc. So Ricciardo should be in next lap 54, Alonso lap 51.
2.5 ahead.
And Alonso looks like he's being under pressure from Carlos Sainz here.
Stick on your line.
6 seconds off the lead. Yeah, I think this is looking good for Lando at the moment. Verstappen's way down the order now, isn't he, as well?
On DRS behind.
29 to go then. Still quite a way to go. This is going to be impossible to defend, though, from Carlos Sainz. And he's through on Fernando. Hamilton is staying with Ricciardo, which is annoying.
Just keep your head down.
Don't think we're in the detection to get DRS off Leclerc there. This is always the way on this game. You overtake someone and then they just go for it, the AI, because Hamilton didn't have that pace a minute ago. He's definitely standard on his tyres, and since Ricciardo's arrived on him, he's obviously started to push and use the battery.
Yep. This is my pace.
Okay, maximum focus on pulling
Safety
on those
car.
tires.
Oh, Alonso's
Yep,
going to have to pit here. All right, hold on. Hold your horses. Alonso. Yeah, I think the medium would be better. Yeah. Let's get Fernando in. And Rick. It's a bit too early for Danny Rick. Could make it work though. I'm going to gamble. Did I get him in this lap? Yes, I did. Right, is he pitting this lap? He's pitting this lap. Yep.
Safety car deployed.
All right, we've got a safety car. Who's jumping into the pits? Piastri's in.
Yeah, copy.
Is Leclerc going to come in? He is. Gasly has crashed. Hamilton's in as well. They're going to lose time because they're double stacking. Here, Gasly loses the back end. And he's out. Lucas, hards for Dan. I just don't like the hards around here. I think we can make the softs work. And the Ferrari's going to lose time, so we're going to gain on at least one of those if we have a clean stop. 2.3 are being held, though.
It looks like quite a big accident, yeah.
See, okay?
And Ricciardo's past Hamilton.
Ordinary amount.
All right, let's get Alonso in as well. And the top four all boxing then. So this is just going to reset the whole race. Danny Rick's going to have to manage those tyres though. 2.3 for Fernando.
28 remaining.
All right, let's forward on then, get this race restarted. It's going to be Norris to get us underway then. Safety car is in. Norris is going to decide when to go.
Okay,
Has he gone? I think he might have gone. No, he hasn't. There's a yellow flag at the back.
Racing from the line.
Someone spun. As Norris gets us underway. Teo Porcher has spun under the safety car. But we want to concentrate on what's going on here. As Fittipaldi's got a mechanical fault. Right, Alonso has got good tyre life to use here on those mediums. He's got a good chance here as Fernando.
Good job. Next car is Piastri.
Ricciardo is past Leclerc. Oh, there we go. Nice strong move from Ricciardo. Off the safety car restart. But of course, he's got to manage these tyres.
On next car will be Piastri.
All over Piastri. What's Alonso doing? Trying to watch both drivers. Near on impossible. Okay. Just over 20 laps to go. Got another yellow flag. It's Hamilton tumbling down the order.
0.4.
Hamilton is 20th. He's locked up.
Let's
Lewis
watch
has
these
bottled
cars
it.
as they head into turn 10. Well, you can see the lockup.
Oh, Lewis has locked up.
Passenger.
And I think there's going to be no points from him back there now. Right, Alonso P4, Danny Rick P8.
We have the slowest car on the straight.
We don't have the slowest car, Fernando. Come on.
Keep trying.
You can use DRS.
Carlos Sainz using a lot of battery himself there because we just didn't gain at all. DRS enabled, so we get DRS across this next lap. Ricciardo got to try and stay with these ahead of him. Past Piastri. It's Ricciardo who's got past Verstappen. Oh, look at that. Opened up nicely for Danny Rick. Away, and Ricciardo has got DRS on Bottas then. So Ricciardo, oh, jeez, he nearly cut off Verstappen there. But Ricciardo switches to the outside, and he is going to be past Valtteri Bottas. So 2 Lotus past Valtteri Bottas then. And Ricciardo needs to try and stay with his teammate Alonso if he can. But Alonso is now on to the top 3. Sainz down to 68%. The hard runners with Alonso's tyre life is nearly as good. Alonso too far back, is he? I don't know. He's getting a bit of traction around the outside, is Fernando, but he's not going to find his way around there. Sainz has lost DRS, I believe, on Tsunoda, though. So Alonso through on the inside, and he's going to force Sainz out, which should give Ricciardo a great chance. With the DRS, Sainz is going to struggle for straight line speed now. Although Izzy is getting a slipstream. Sainz has not got DRS. He's got I don't think he got DRS, but the battery. But Ricciardo is still going to try and swing it on the inside. And Sainz will have inside up here, though, on the banking. Ricciardo continues the fight. Got to give him a bit of battery, and we are going to. And Ricciardo is through on Sainz, but he's lost the DRS to Alonso. And now he is on Yuki Tsunoda, who's used more tyre life, and he's on a hard tyre. This is starting to open up really well for Fernando Alonso. As he sees Yuki Tsunoda ahead of him, then DRS. Slipstream pulls to the inside. Yuki is covering it off, half covers it off, but there's still enough of a gap for Fernando Alonso to swing through into P2. And now we certainly will use some of that battery, because we want to get after Lando Norris and chase down a win here for Fernando.
Done an excellent job. Norris ahead of you.
Ricciardo's got a bit of a challenge on now, though,
2 seconds.
because he's lost his mate and he's lost the DRS to his mate.
Start picking up the pace.
So Ricciardo has got a fight on his hands here. I got DRS on Norris, just using him to top up a bit as well. I think Tsunoda will have used a bit of battery to stay with us.
Okay.
And he's used some tyres, Tsunoda, as well, down to 64%. Is Alonso going to try and go for the move here? Not actually bothered about making the move right now, but we'll go for it.
Cheers.
And we're pulling alongside. Danny Ric's used all his battery. He's going to be under pressure back there, but Alonso for the lead of this race.
Understood.
On the inside, Lando Norris, and we're through into P1. But this fight is going to continue for a little while yet.
Good job with that.
And as we thought, Verstappen is past Ricciardo. Ricciardo's going to have a bit of a fight on his hands now towards the end of this race. But Alonso, what we can do here...
Okay, recharge on.
We'll lose this position again, but we probably would have lost it anyway, so we may as well save some tyre life, get some battery back, because these two ultimately are going to be pushing on their battery. It will also allow Ricciardo to close back up. There we go, Ricciardo's not too far. So we're just going to use Alonso to back the grid up a bit. As I say, Lando will probably get past us anyway. We may have Yuki past us here, but this is fine. As long as we stay with this top two. And use this DRS again. And we may even make the move back past Lando. If we do, we'll just stay on harvest again. But we're not going to deploy out of here, so it might be hard to keep Lando behind. Right, there comes Yuki on us as well. Right, that's fine. That is fine. Right, let's top up with Ricciardo as well. Okay, 10 laps to go.
Understood.
We'll go back to standard, actually, for Alonso.
You can pick up the pace.
So Alonso has now got 5% margin on Verstappen, 4% or 3% on Tsunoda, 1% on Norris. So that little spell, we've saved a bit of battery and we've got a bit of tyre margin back. As we've got a back marker, try and get out of the way. Hopefully he gets out of the way of everyone here, because Ricciardo's already crashed into one and now he's just going to sit behind another. Oh dear, Danny Ric and back marker's not going well at all. Is he going to lose DRS again? Hopefully not. Right, Alonso, same again. All over the back of Lando Norris. This might be the time to push.
Overtake is available.
We're going to go for it. We're going for the lead. We're past Lando. Lando's very slow. Oh, he moved to the left. He gets caught up with the Red Bull of Verstappen. Verstappen, the car behind us now, but we are going to try and push away this lap and make a break for the win of this race. Got DRS here. Can Danny Ric try and make the move? He's going to the inside. I think Yuki's closing that off. Yeah, we're not going to make it work through there. Yuki is not in the DRS of Max Verstappen, or is he? He's teetering on the edge. Albon's retired from the race. He's boxed and retired. Tsunoda's got no DRS here, so Ricciardo has got to get past Yuki Tsunoda.
Okay.
Going to the outside, using some of the battery. This should be job done. Ricciardo into P4. 2 seconds off Verstappen and Norris now. for a chance of a podium.
Alrighty.
Ricciardo leading the World Drivers' Championship.
Okay, good job.
Second place is Tsunoda, so that's a great move in respect to the championship. Alonso P3, so Alonso may gain on him here. But yeah, Norris out of nowhere then is back on Fernando. And we're going to have to go through that battery management phase again.
Recharge on, please.
Alonso should have plenty of tyre life here.
We have the slowest car on the straight.
Fernando, calm it down.
Don't worry, mate.
Right, we'll just try and slow Max up while staying with Lando here.
Ciao, John.
Okay.
So this is not over. Tsunoda's probably going to come back into it as well. Right. Alonso will get DRS here.
Gap 0.8.
It's Danny Rick
Anything can happen still.
is looking to make a move on Max Verstappen here. He'll have it inside. We're going to harvest here.
Just manage the tyres.
So we're just trying to get some battery life back with both drivers here. But Danny Rick has moved up into P3. And he'll get DRS on Fernando here.
Okay, good job.
So we've got a great chance of a double podium. Alonso looking to reclaim the lead here.
5 more laps.
Okay, copy.
And he does. Again, we're just going to slow Norris right up if we can.
Copy.
Going to slow Lando Norris right up here. And then I think on this next DRS, hopefully Lando gets us and we can get Lando on the start-finish straight, and then we'll push again with Fernando. We should be able to go aggressive till the end then. But we're getting so much battery back here. Hopefully they're still using their batteries. Ricciardo's tyres still good.
Did just get DRS.
Right, Lando has got DRS. Not going to make the move there though. So it is going to be on this start-finish straight. Probably want to go neutral here. We don't want to be too slow coming off this corner. Right, here we go. Lando probably will be past us here.
And recharge on.
4 laps to go. And now we just need Alonso to follow Lando through this section.
This is ridiculous.
Lando, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan here. Using a bit too much time there.
Let's have a managed increase in pace at this point. Recharge off when you're ready.
Is Lando pushing? He's just pulled a second on us here. We don't want this going on. So Lando's got past Fernando and he's the one deciding to push. We need to get Alonso back to Norris, and we have. Lawson's got a puncture. Where is Liam Lawson? Oh dear, he's got a whole lap to go as Lawson. That's a long way back from Liam Lawson, our old driver. But here we go, Fernando Alonso. Gonna try and make the move for the lead of the race then. 3 laps to go. And I think we can go full attack here for 3 laps. This is the time to push. Right, Ricciardo, let's go on deployment as well. He's not really got the tyre life to play with.
This is really good.
Alonso into the lead of this race. Can he push away and break the DRS to Lando? I don't think we can risk backing him up anymore. But even so, Danny Rick is all over him here. Danny Rick can probably harvest a bit until we get to that DRS. We're not going to really be able to make an overtake before that. Fernando already 1.2 up the road.
No need for anti-deploy. Battery is full.
This could end up being a 1-2 here.
Overtake available.
Tsunoda and Verstappen into the 30% mark. So Sainz. Alonso again has used all his battery.
Caution on
And
the
Ricciardo was already through on Lando and he's pushed him out wide. He's got his elbows out. Danny Rick well and truly moves into P2.
Good job. So it's currently P2.
And Ricciardo's going to use that DRS to pull away as well.
Alonso 2.2.
recharge off. Recharge
Can
off.
Ricciardo fight for the win here? He's got a lot of battery to play with. We've allowed them to fight now. 1.4 to Fernando. There is Fernando. He's soon going to be in the DRS, Ricciardo.
No, he's directly behind you.
Pulled 2.3 on Lando. It looks like we're going to secure a 1-2 here. But which way round are our drivers going to be? Ricciardo deploying a lot of the battery here. But he kind of needs to be close here. He's not going to get the DRS here, is he?
Alonso 1.3. You keep behind.
Ricciardo deploying a lot of the battery. Final lap then. Alonso starts the final lap of this race. It's looking like a 1-2 now. Yuki Tsunoda's moved into P3. Can Ricciardo catch his teammate here?
You are doing a good job managing all your tyres.
It's 1.5. Alonso is doing just enough to keep him at bay. There's only going to be really one DRS zone now. Ricciardo might get that DRS zone though. Ricciardo will get the DRS, I think. Is he going to be too far back though? It's 8 tenths as we have it now. They've both just about got the same amount of battery now. Ricciardo, DRS.
DRS behind.
He's going to be too far back though. Is he going to make a lunge? No, he's not. This is going to be a drag, but Ricciardo has used all his battery now. So Alonso can use that battery there. I think Ricciardo's going to be too far back. Here we go though. Ricciardo has got DRS. Alonso leads. Danny Rick is coming at him. I don't think he's going to be able to do it though. He's not. Alonso wins it. And Ricciardo P2. It's a 1-2 for Team Lotus. It's been a while since we won a race. It's been a while since we've been on the podium. And it's been a while since we've got a 1-2. But we have secured it today in Max Verstappen's home race in the Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort. And it's a 1-2. Brian Luke, safety car coming clutch. It did indeed. We benefit from that safety car. It was a good decision to pit both. Made sense for Alonso. Bit of a gamble with Danny Rick going on the softs, but it certainly worked out in the end. And Alonso wins it. Ricciardo P2 and Tsunoda P3. And there we have it. Fernando Alonso on the top step then.
Seeing both the team's drivers up
and that's going to do wonders for our constructors. The constructors are going to be looking really good now. Look at that though. Fernando Alonso started 10th, up 9 to win it. Ricciardo up 7 to 2nd. Yuki Tsunoda 3rd. All of the top 3 having good races. Lando Norris 4th. Max Verstappen 5th. Carlos Sainz 6th. Valtteri Bottas 7th. Oscar Piastri 8th. Charles Leclerc 9th. And Sergio Perez in 10th. Gets another point for Williams. And Lewis Hamilton had that lockup. Misses out on the points. So what has that done for the Drivers' Championship? Well, Ricciardo still leads it, and it extends his gap on Yuki Tsunoda, but only by 3 points. So what are we there? 45 points, 35 points, 35 points. 35-point margin on Yuki Tsunoda. Fernando Alonso gains 7, so he's getting back in contention. So this Driver Championship, very much still to play for. Certainly between the top 4, I'd say. Oscar Piastri on the cusp, really. I'd say the top 4 has still got a chance with, what, 9 races to go. And Constructors' Championship, so this is looking very healthy now. 43 points. We haven't been outscoring our competitors for a while, but we do today. So the Constructors are looking very good. 155-point lead there. So hopefully we'll be able to clinch the Constructors this year. But I think the Drivers' Championship is going to be tight. But Team Lotus leads it, then Red Bull, then RB, then McLaren, then Ferrari. Mercedes 6th. Williams moves up to 7th with that point from Perez. Aston Martin 8th. Haas 9th. Kick Sauber 10th. And Alpine 11th. Did we get any good pit stops? I don't think we did today. No, so we might have dropped in that. We dropped to 6th, but we'll take that.